This video is brought to you by Pray for the Devil, only in theaters Halloween.
For decades, historians and Jewish groups have been asking for these archives to be opened.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're bringing you 5 shocking secrets of religious establishments.
They're under lock and key.
For this list, we're looking at the most shocking secrets of prominent religious organizations. Which of these secrets surprises you the most? Let us know in the comments. The Vatican Apostolic Archives. The Catholic Church has existed for thousands of years and is the biggest religious denomination in the world.
Among its corridors, one can find documents like the parchment of acquittal of Clement V to the Templars from August of the year 1308, and details from the trial of Galileo, as well as request for a marriage annulment by England's King Henry VIII.
During this time, they've accumulated more than their share of documents.
Right, but what is it, Bill?
Well, you have 2 viable options. I can tell you everything, and that's fine. Or I could not tell you, and you wouldn't know, and then you can steer clear of the whole death pit, and that would be fine too.
These are held in the Vatican Apostolic Archives, previously known as the Vatican's Secret Archives. While the majority of these records are available to the public, some remain off limits.
It's one of the oldest collections in the world. And in 2019, parts of it were open to scholars for the very first time.
It was Pope Leo XIII who opened scholarly access to these records. If you're hoping to unlock some kind of massive conspiracy through these archives, good luck. You can only get access as a scholar, and that is a very limited level. Oh, and you have to be at least 75 years old. Well, good things come to those who wait.
And some researchers believe they contain revelations so explosive that they threaten the doctrine of the Catholic Church.
Mount Athos. The Greek peninsula of Mount Athos is one of the most beautiful and fascinating parts of the Mediterranean region. Although a part of Greece, Mount Athos has an autonomous government, not to mention their own set of very specific rules.
Some of the monasteries were built over 1,000 years ago and have valuable treasures, frescoes, icons, books, manuscripts. But there are no cars, no electricity, no radio or television.
It's long been inhabited by monks from the Greek Orthodox Church and around the world, with visitor access available on a limited level.
No girls allowed? That's right! No girls allowed!
How limited? Women are completely forbidden from visiting. A law rooted in tradition and religious interpretation.
Here we are concerned solely with purity and our elevation to eternity. If women are permitted, they bring their families and their children. This place would become a tourist attraction and no longer a place of silence.
It's not just female humans who are banned either. Any animals you bring to Mount Athos need to be male. Safe to say there won't be any ladies' nights at Mount Athos anytime soon. The chief exorcist of the Vatican. You might not believe in demonic possession, but exorcists are real. Gabriele Amorth was a priest for more than 60 years and claimed to have performed as many as 160,000 exorcisms, though he said only around 100 of these cases were actual possessions. And he wasn't exactly shy about expressing where he thought evil might be lurking. He expressed his belief that both yoga and Harry Potter were satanic.
Went on to say the stretching exercise is satanic because it leads to Hinduism and a false belief in reincarnation. He compared the workout regimen to Harry Potter promoting black magic.
And surely he thought The Exorcist was a blatant misrepresentation, right? Actually, that was his favorite movie, citing its importance for educating the public on his work.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
This is one man who made a career out of his passion.
But Father Amort, in his first book, which is why he agreed to meet with me, wrote about the film, The Exorcist, and said that while the special effects were over the top, it did help people to understand his work.
Endless levels of Scientology.
What's better than telling people a stupid story and having them believe you? having them pay you for it, stupid!
It's satisfying to play a video game and make your way through the various levels, right? It wouldn't be nearly as enjoyable if it cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and seemingly never ended. The Church of Scientology has members spend exorbitant sums to be a part of their faith. A goal for Scientology followers is to reach the top of the metaphorical bridge to total freedom. But once you're there, you're not done.
The pendulum swung toward pure donations and asking for the parishioners to fund these huge projects to the point where they're second mortgaging their homes, taking out huge loans, doing absolutely everything they possibly can.
As actress and former Scientologist Leah Remini explained, you still have to keep going and spend more money. By the time someone realizes what's going on, they might have already spent their life savings and then some.
You said when you go to a Scientology event and you look in the parking lot, every one of the cars is a cheap, shitty old car.
Correct.
Because Scientology sucks all the money out of all of us.
Correct. My mother's laughing because she's in the audience and she's the only one who had a nice car because I bought it for her.
The Tribunal of Conscience.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been a while since my last confession.
What troubles you, my child?
Sin and crime are not necessarily one and the same, but the Tribunal of Conscience can certainly blur the line. Established in 1179 by Pope Alexander I, this court is centered around conscience-based sins. Also known as the Apostolic Penitentiary, this court handles sins that require the forgiveness of the Holy See.
We take care of recourses through confessors, as their competence is limited to what's called the foro interno, the internal forum. Through confessors, we can see dispensations and graces, absolutions, and also healing of marriages.
An example of such a sin would be desecrating a communion wafer.
So just tell me what to do.
And absolution requires the submitting of an anonymous petition, as well as the approval of the court's head, the major penitentiary. This court was kept secret to the public until 2009. If you're Catholic and want to make sure your conscience is clear, here's your chance. This video is brought to you by Pray for the Devil, only in theaters Halloween.